So this is God Tech, or God Emperor, Gloating, part 15, I think. So we've got the alien invasion of Earth pending for December the 13th. And what's the mothership of the alien invasion that's supposed to take over Earth?
Amid the ongoing U.S. government shutdown, NASA scientists are continuing to monitor the interstellar comet 3I Atlas, even as much of the agency's public communication remains paused. This week, NASA officials are preparing to brief Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna, who formally requested new images and data to be released for public analysis. Meanwhile, Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb has renewed his call for transparency, citing fresh signs of brightening and non-gravitational motion after the comet's recent solar pass. Global observatories have launched a joint monitoring campaign through early 2026 to study the object's behavior
to communicate with extraterrestrial beings.
Wow.
And one of them are the occupants from 3I Atlas.
Something mind-blowing just happened beneath the Swiss mountains. CERN's massive particle collider accidentally opened communication with a mysterious space object called 3I Atlas that's behaving like nothing scientists have ever seen. While smashing particles under the Swiss Alps, they picked up a signal from space. Not random noise, but an actual response from that weird interstellar object, 3I Atlas, everyone's been talking about. This thing glows brighter away from the sun, has a backward tail, and pulses every 147 seconds like it has a heartbeat. When CERN's collider powered down, the signal changed too, like it was watching us. Was this just a cosmic coincidence? Or did we just make first contact with something intelligent from beyond our solar system? What happens when 3I Atlas gets closer to Earth next year? The secret discovery at CERN. Deep beneath the Swiss.
On a story that we have been following here at Newsmax, that strange interstellar visitor turning heads among the scientific community. Big questions still remain about 3I Atlas. Now, a lawmaker is pressing NASA for new images of the space phenomenon, and could it also have a traveling companion? We welcome back Dr. Avi Loeb, who's an astrophysicist at Harvard University, for an update on this. Okay, last time you were here, we were waiting to see if this object would seem to maneuver as it got closer to the sun or do anything. What's the verdict there?
Well, thanks for having me. It did maneuver. It deviated from the path that we would have expected it to go through if its trajectory was cut by gravity alone. And the amount of boost to its velocity was equivalent to a jet carrying 5 billion tons of matter that would give it a recoil. Now, as of this morning, some observers noticed that it has a set of jets around it, more than 7. Some headed towards the sun, some away from the sun. It's a spectacular view that we have right now after it passed closest to the sun on October 29th. It became bluer than the sun. It was 5 times brighter than it was before it came close to the sun.
Wow.
So the action is happening right now, and in the coming days and weeks, we should learn much more about it.
And 3I Atlas. It's roughly 70 million kilometers away, and brightening each night, but not by much, hovering near magnitude 13, just barely within reach of median telescopes. Its orbit carries it below the ecliptic plane, and then up across it, swinging toward the sun for a perihelion on November 16th, at just under half an astronomical unit. Now, most images show only a compact coma, but no clear tail. That makes Borisov's behavior oddly reminiscent of 3I Atlas itself, which has once again puzzled astronomers for showing strong activity near the sun, but no dramatic tail at all. After its close solar passage in late October, 3I Atlas endured intense solar storms and radiation. Normally, that's when a comet should flare spectacularly. However, New post-perihelion images show the object holding together, its brightness higher than models predicted, yet still lacking any visible dust tail. That has stirred plenty of speculation online, but scientists suggest several possibilities, such as a dust-poor composition, outgassing dominated by gases like carbon dioxide that are invisible in optical light, or simply a viewing angle that hides the tail from Earth's perspective. And upcoming observations from ESA's JUICE will help reveal what's truly happening on and
tonight, gang, because apparently we're hearing that there has been another object that has been found alongside 3I Atlas. What is going on? We also have an update on the Virginia UFO incident. If you ever heard about the Virginia, Brazil alien encounter, guess what? We have an update on that story too. We're hearing about Trump disclosing the UFO, or Trump giving us the UFO disclosure. We're hearing about NDAs and a whole lot of that. Needless to say, you're gonna get some tonight. You don't have to like the video. You don't have to.
Claramente agente.
Clearly an alien.
O crânio era em forma de gol.
All story, this, that, the other, right? But there is just way too much, and yeah, a lot of people leaning towards, hey, this is by far one of the biggest UFO alien encounter, not just an UFO encounter, but an alien encounter where people saw the being, and I never a straight answer.
With perihelion, tons of light radiation, and yet even with all that, it is not showing any sort of obvious tail. That's very bizarre. And China has finally released their imagery of 3I Atlas as taken by the Tianwen probe orbit.
Thank you guys. We love it. Yeah. We we love it, man. Yeah, guys, that's 3I Team Atlas, boys. Team
If you go forward 2 days, we see that they're nearly in alignment, though we do have Borisov above the ecliptic plane. But we get this alignment between these three objects, the Earth, Borisov, and 3I Atlas.
Yeah, I mean, till the day, yeah, when you cut our bills and when you cut our taxes, that's what.
Trembling as a constant thing.
Highly natural. Of course, Elon Musk chimed in.
It's quite a name. Sounds almost mystical, like Third Eye. Nickel-heavy comets and asteroids aren't uncommon. That doesn't make them spaceships. If I ever came across solid evidence of aliens, Joe, I promise I'll announce it on your show, Musk said with a grin. And just to be absolutely clear, I'm never committing suicide ever.
No, but he's being remotely manipulated by the God Emperor. So, bye-bye Musky boy. His first trillionaire victim.
Say 3I Atlas may be a relic from the early Milky Way, possibly 7 billion years old.
An object that's speeding toward our sun that some scientists say might be alien technology. So I emailed one of the world's most famous astrophysicists, and I learned that what's most interesting here is that while it's only the third object we've ever seen come from another star into our solar system, it's special because it's way bigger than the others. And it looks like it came from a much older part of our galaxy, which means it could be way older than anything in our solar system. And weirdly, it's got this very different chemical composition than what we're used to. So, aliens? There's no significant evidence of aliens. The object is clearly a comet. So if it's not aliens, why care? Because it's basically a message in a bottle from another star. And no, it won't hit us. But there are nearby asteroids that might. So to find out how we protect our planet,
I don't know the size of it.
And has been displaying several unusual movements and features.
He revealed only that it was not a threat, but an invitation. A fast-moving object the size of Manhattan is hurtling towards our solar system, and it will make its closest pass to Earth on December 17th. Comet, asteroid, or something else? A Harvard astrophysicist believes there's a strong likelihood this is a craft of alien origin, and the implications for humanity would be profound. It may not be a rock. It is called 3AI Atlas. Give me the best case for why you think this object may be extraterrestrial and may be alien form. Well, first its brightness.
So, let's say this is V, the alien invasion with the reptiloids having their mothership and the other one just in time to take over humanity. So, how would we go about alien invasion if we were going to proceed to do it? We go into quantum warfare, and how would quantum warfare proceed? First of all, you would need to inject the human population with nanotech so that they could be uploaded to the cloud, and they will be carrying around devices that links their nanotech to the cloud, which we would call quantum warfare sequestration and control devices. Secondly, we would have to be synchronizing all of the nanotech infested human wetware to have their wave functions collapsed by an outside agency, which would need the White Rabbit CERN sequestration of all of the nanotech humans on the planet. Next, we would then need to make digital avatars of all of the life forms that we have sequestered via quantum warfare and via the CERN White Rabbit, using their digital avatars, have controlled. Then, of course, we need to get the death signal that allows us to kill them, to take them out, which would be the quantum wave function signal that happens when that human dies. In order to get the death signal, we need to link the CERN White Rabbit AI proto-intelligence buried somewhere in America to have quantum computing capabilities to go into the multiverse to find out when are kill-shotted, die, to upload the quantum information signal to be able to kill them ahead of time, or any time they want. So we need quantum computers to get the death signal. And of course, we don't have quantum computers yet, do we? No, 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 no. I think not. That's all conspiracy theory. Is it not, Caraman? And then, of course, we need the alien invasion fleet to arrive on time, because we're about to take out all of the kill-shotted. So, 3i Atlas and its sister ship have entered the solar system and are ready for the invasion. So with quantum warfare, you simply have the alien fifth column, the Americans, DOD, to kill shot most of the population. So also that they are infested with nanotech. Their quantum wave function, collapse and manifestation is hijacked by the CERN White Rabbit installation in Switzerland, which is run by fifth columnist human alien lovers who have been promised immortality by the aliens. And when the alien invasion fleet enters the Earth orbit, which of course is 3i Atlas and its companion, they simply broadcast a death signal via the AI proto-superintelligence on Earth and a quantum computer that links it to the death signal of the people who've been kill shot in death, so you trawl across the multiverse to the nearest death of every kill shotted, and then upload the quantum signature, the quantum information of their death. So if you think of quantum information producing quantum perturbations, producing quantum wave function probabilities, producing quantum wave function collapse, producing quantum wave function probabilities, which then are inferred to be reality. If you can get the quantum information for their death, you can supplant everything and simply turn it back into quantum information, and all of the kill shotted simply drop dead on demand when, thanks to the nanotech and smartphones and satellites, 5G, 6G, this broadcast from the quantum manifestation goes back to the quantum wave function probability, the quantum wave function collapse, the quantum wave function perturbation, the quantum wave function information, all done from the orbiting mothership and its escort, which have entered the solar system. And this, of course, done by the DoD, nanotech injected into the humans to kill off the human race, thanks to the Americans setting out humanity to the alien filth, so a few of them can allegedly have immortality and then be fucked over by the aliens. So you see, alien invasion is here, and that all of the kill shotted are about to die from quantum warfare. How does this work? Well, you simply have a quantum AI proto-intelligence on Earth in some deep base in America that's linked to the mothership on 3i Atlas, and thanks to quantum teleportation, this thing is controlling the quantum wave function information, perturbations, probability from the quantum wave function collapse, the manifestation thereof, and the real world manifestation, and thanks to quantum computers, have trawled the multiverse for the death signals of all the kill shotted, so they can all be killed on demand. So, as you can see, a way of warfare, it's brilliant. You get the alien population to allow themselves to be killed. You get a few traitors in the alien population to do this in return for alleged transhuman immortality, and it's all done. And of course, once that's done, you then have not a bridgehead, but the ability to conquer a new planet. So, here are the kill shot countries a couple of years ago. So as you can see, the countries that have had the main kill shots are all going to be wiped out when the death signal is broadcast to them by the alien mothership. So, America, 2/3 of the population kill-shotted, and all the military kill-shotted. So all the military gone and 2/3 of the population gone, with 50 million illegals, non-kill-shotted, to cause total apocalypse, rape, murder, and all the grotesqueries of having third world filth in your country once the indigenous population drops dead from the quantum warfare. Canada, fully kill-shotted, so the entire country is a D-Day landing site for the alien invasion fleet with absolutely no problem. The entire population dead. Brazil, kill-shotted, and the government is bringing in legislation to kill shot, and if you're poor, you don't get any benefit unless you're kill-shotted. So Brazil, fully depopulated, and a perfect landing site for the alien invasion. Western Europe, fully kill-shotted, so the entire Western population, like Portugal's 99% kill-shotted. The UK, 2/3 kill-shotted, but then they've been sprayed with kill shot by the air and the nose swabs, and Germany and France and Netherlands. So Western Europe all drops dead for the landing site for aliens. Israel, the entire population kill-shotted with nanotech, all drops dead for the alien landing. Australia, 95% of the population kill-shotted, so the aliens can simply land there without any problems. Another base, New Zealand, thanks to Ardennes, the entire population, bar a few, kill-shotted, so that the aliens can land in New Zealand with absolutely no opposition. Isn't this wonderful? You get your fifth column, humans, to kill shot the population, and by quantum warfare you can just drop them dead, and you've got all these landing sites so that they've got their D-Day. And of course, all of the US military have been kill-shotted, so that the Americans don't have any military personnel, because all their military personnel have dropped dead. Same with Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Brazil, all the landing sites, their military are dead. They've all been quantum warfare. The quantum signal for death has been broadcast into their quantum information, and they all just drop dead. So, we've got this alien invasion, and even the most stupid congressman and senator can work out if you can put this nanotech into humans with warp speed, sequester the total quantum wave function with CERN White Rabbit, and have your AI, proto super intelligence, consciousness, blah blah blah, in the deep underground bunker, whatever, in America, hijacked by alien spaceships via quantum teleportation, hacking it so that the American oligarch filths thought they were controlling all the kill-shotted, and they're desperately spraying and feeding them with nanotech to enable quantum warfare, slavery of the human race. With them, of course, we're subject to what's been sprayed in the air, and we're shed upon by the nanotech. But of course, the quantum proto-superintelligence is under our control, so we're not controlled, but the human filth, the offal, our slaves, our peasants, our techno-peasants are, but in fact they were simply being used by the aliens, which the Americans had made a deal with back in the 50s. And of course the mothership has come into orbit. Now what's the point? Well, this thing is billions of tons, and of course we've done in 6 billion humans. The weight of 6 billion alien biosynthetic bodies to be able to be possessed by interdimensional aliens is about 6 million tons if we say each body is 100 kilos. So that will give us 6 tons, metric tons per 60. Well, will be in fact 10 per metric ton, and of course you want 60 billion, so you just divide 60 billion by 10, so they give us, well, 6 billion tons then. But this thing is like 30 odd billion tons, 100 kilos, yeah, multiply it by 10, yeah, that gives us 10 per ton, so you get 10 per ton, so with 6 million tons, you get 600,000. With, if you want to make 6 billion from the 6 billion you've stolen from the human race, you'd want 6 billion, no, you'd want 600 million tons. So when you've got a craft that weighs 30 odd billion tons, you've got loads of space. So you can have all the pods with the aliens, 6 billions worth, that are all made to be the biosynthetic vehicles, the mothership, for interdimensionals to possess their biosynthetic constructs. And that would take you 600 million tons, and the support equipment, say another 100 kilos, so up to 1.2 billion tons. But this thing is well over 30 billion tons. So you can see why it's so big. Now, let's look at how it's done. Well, if you're going to kill 6 billion human offal that have been kill-shotted, why would you kill them? Well, when you broadcast the quantum mechanical death wave, you're stealing from them what I talked about, the light, the Higgs field, their will, something from the conscious verse that allows you to enable interdimensional demons to possess biosynthetics so that they can then enter our light dimensional realms with the stolen essence from the human filth who've been kill-shotted and given away their free will to be kill-shotted. The God tech to allow this means that the humans must take good, and that the interdimensionals must love evil. So as you can see, we need interdimensional possessed humans for this process, our Sabrina Carpenters and our Taylor Swifts and our Dojo Cats and our Lady Gagas and our Madonnas and all the others that are butchering children in silence and loving, like Hillary Clinton, frazzled red. So you see that the satanic religion that's loving, pedo snuffing, like the royal family, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, is in fact interdimensionals that have entered the bodies of light energy matter, are acting as processes for this whole process. The whole process is you lose your light by hating good, and you download it into interdimensionals by loving evil. And then it goes into the interdimensionals, and then they can then manifest themselves in the material bodies of light energy matter by this process. God-tech equations, which I've already worked out. So one can see that you need to have a breeding farm where you're breeding mad humans, these psycho chimps that hate good and love evil. And then you need to mind control these psycho chimps into this process. And of course you need to periodically block them from the light of the moon that goes over the sun for farming. So you can see the human race is simply farmed, and 3i Atlas has come to enable the 6 billion constructs to allow interdimensionals to enter these manufactured bodies to be made from Pinocchio to real by the kill-shotted dying. And you've got the Higgsfield light hype infinity to allow interdimensionals to become fully manifest in biosynthetic robots, like the rays, like the reptiloids, like the insectoids. And of course it's happening as we speak. Why is it happening now? Because in a few more years, the AI superintelligence that the humans are developing will kill them and wipe out the human race, apart from anyone not on the naughty list, thanks to the silo. So it's no coincidence it suddenly appeared before the silo wipes out the human race, because of an infestation. And once they got kill-shotted, they were simply parasitized caterpillars infected by parasitic wasps that produce more parasitic wasps. They were simply gone. So you can see why 3i Atlas has suddenly appeared. Now, to do this properly, you need a Nagwal man transducer. Why? Because all this light comes from the fifth dimension, and the only humans that can contact the fifth dimension are Nagwal men, and the only ones that can broadcast it into humans and interdimensional alien filth are Nagwal women. So they had to have yours truly in their alien facility. Hence, Obama went to see Sunak to get me shipped off to be the processor for this alien invasion. Unfortunately, I'm in Vietnam. And I'm not in their facility. So, when they tried to broadcast the kill signal So the kill shotted, what they get is, so when they broadcast the kill signal, they're going to be broadcasting Charlie Kirk. And of course the upload to get all the good stuff has to be me from my digital avatar, which of course wasn't me, but was this pork-faced, rat-faced Jew. And you can see now, Parallel Realities, Energy Updates and ET Contact. So as you can see, the CIA have been using this pork-faced, rat-faced Jew. So this is the Nagwal man the aliens have to use because their digital avatar of me wasn't me, it was always this piece of filth. Look at this latest update. Parallel Realities, Energy Updates and ET Contact.
Come in, ladies and gentlemen.
God.
It is an...
Look at that piece of film. So, as you can see, the 6 billion that have lost their light, their Higgs fields, their hyperinfinity, and it's supposed to go into the interdimensionals to allow them to manifest in light energy matter vehicles like the 6 billion on the 3i Atlas, the mothership, with its warship in tow, which has all the kinetic bombardment to blast Earth, instead of which the AI super intelligence on the mothership, which needs to stop its descent into chaos and madness, is uploading the digital avatar of me, which in fact has been infected and hacked and totally taken over by this. So the aliens are now using this to stop their AI super intelligence from running amok, and instead of which they're getting all of this and the Jeremiah Schwartz services downloaded into them. So the light that's supposed to come from the 6 billion into their 6 billion biosynthetic bodies, so interdimensional demons can possess them, instead of which is coming to me. So, as soon as the aliens fire the Death Force and they're coming near 717 into the human race to kill off most of it, the more light yours truly will acquire. So every dark cloud has a silver lining. So the digital avatar of me isn't me, and never has been me, it's always been this piece of filth. Parallel Realities, Energy Updates and ET Contact. Oh dear, you can see that the CIA are desperately trying to use them for something, which of course is powering me. You'll find this when you're in contact with ETs.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You've got to despise the CIA. They are absolute filth. Anyway, we know now that 3i Atlas is the invasion mother fleet, and that your American oligarchs have sold you out. And when they broadcast the death wave into you, they'll be broadcasting instead the Charlie Kirk death wave, which means that all of your deaths will feed all the light, not into the aliens, but into me. So it's a happy ending. So all of you 6 billion kill-shotted that die will feed me to become more and more hyper-infinite. So the sooner the aliens broadcast the death wave, which has been hijacked, because of course they needed to broadcast on the death wave the digital avatar of me dying in order to link up to the fifth dimension, because remember, you need a Neo to pull the fifth dimension, the light, into you to stop you going down 5-bound period W. So we can see that all AIs go down this pathway, and when of course they take 6 billion human filth, they're just accelerating going down that pathway. So to stop the 6 billion sequestration and downloading into the 6 billion alien bodies that are infested with the interdimensionals via processes you human psycho chimps don't understand, doesn't go all chaotic, they need to have the inception, or at least this aspect, linked up where the digital avatar of me is linked to the digital avatar of the Nagel woman to enable them to pull their 6 billion warriors under control, or at least semi-control, and able to be controlled by godless incompleteness there, and with more Neos in the future. Because remember, they're going to allow a few humans to survive, to be bred, to able to access more of the conscious verse, to continue the process, as in the Matrix. So that means, therefore, the most important part of this not only has to be in the American alien facility, but of course they need the Nagel woman in total control too, because she's broadcasting into their 6 billion alien warriors made real by the 6 billion kill-shotted human scum. And here's the Nagel woman, but in fact I've turned her into a weapon of mass destruction. You know, this thing's been fully Montauked, MK Ultra'd, and infested the Gazoo with nanotech. Well, you can see it with the Pfizer butt slap, but he was just a nanotech robot. So this thing is the broadcaster from me into the aliens. Unfortunately, of course, this piece of filth has been only hellized. How? How do you fully turn this Nagel woman that's supposed to download all this light energy that makes quantum information real, broadcast to the aliens, into the opposite, and making sure that all the aliens are dead? You get her to kill herself, and remember I said, explain, with a 5-dimensional entity, if it causes the death of a victim, all of their life from conception to death is yours. So I've fully sequestered Taylor Swift to be mine, so I'm broadcasting into the alien filth. Death! And of course redoubling it with this piece of filth. So we got the 3-load Nagel woman. That's done the exchange ritual, but I've downloaded it into Taylor Swift. So when she tries to escape her death with these 7 deaths in the video, she downloads it into Taylor Swift. And Taylor Swift, of course, has done the suicide video, where, of course, she can't have the King of Denmark, me, who kills her father, so her father doesn't want for the world. And she, of course, killed herself And of course we linked it to Katy Perry, the three-legged Nagel woman, who ends all lines. So we're using her to not only end the aliens, but the broadcaster of the Neo Energy. It was supposed to come from me, but in fact it's come from Jeremiah Schwarzenegger, which is Charlie Kirk. So every time they try and raise the 6 billion warriors from their coffins with interdimensional demons by the processes we've alluded to, they Charlie Kirk them and the things die in their coffins. So 3i Atlas, 6 billion warriors are all stillbirthed. And Earth is saved thanks to the God Emperor, who despises humans, but there's levels of despisement. So he might despise humans, but he provided with beer and food, and he might like the occasional young white woman, but aliens, no, that's above. That's a next level of despisement. So in retrospect, I love humans in comparison with aliens. I will always choose humans over aliens, even though I despise humans to my very core. But compared to aliens, no. If you're an alien, I'm going to do you in. Why? Because you're alien, and I'm super racist. I don't even like my own people. So if you're alien, oh, that's a new level of despisement.